Thanks for watching my video. Today we're going to cover a track that I made that's inspired by Armin Van Buuren, and the track is called Our Origin, and it's probably one of the best tracks I've ever heard. For a really simple reason, which is the simplicity of the song. It's so simple and focused, and like in FL Studio, you have so many options, but when I hear like a clean, simple idea like this, I try to copy it just to see what they're doing. So he has this lead in the song, and I keyed this in by hand, and I hope I don't trip the YouTube censors here, because I think I changed the melody a bit. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but so we had this melody here, and what I'm doing here is in FL Studio, I love to use sound fonts because you can get really good sounds, and you can buy sound fonts cheap, and you can layer them. And so I have two sound fonts here, and then I opened up three oscillator, another three oscillator, another sound font, and then here and here I'm using Silence. And what I'm doing here is I'm layering all these samples together. I'm layering all these, and then I open up a Fruity Dashboard, it's called, and then I pick the slider preset, and then I link all of the filters. And so I link the filter here on the sound font, I right click, and I link this to the slider. I do it on the next sound font. On 3 oscillator, I'm linking the filter here, and I just right click here, link to controller, it goes to that slider. And I also do the same thing with Silence. I link the filter and Silence in both of them. All of the filters are linking to this one slider. And so this helps you get a really big sound, and then you're opening the filter on all of these samples at the same time. So Armin Van Buuren has this lead, and let me show you what it kind of sounds like. Okay, so let's play this. And so we're just layering a pretty fat lead there, and even the melody itself is really simple. It's just going A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E. It's a really simple melody. So we had the melody, and what are we doing here? This is just it just changes key in the second one, so I'm not going to play that. You're not going to hear it much until the end of it. But then this is a higher octave of that lead. And it's just all those same notes are just on a higher octave. And we're also removing a few of these layers that I'm using in the main lead. And so you get this higher, kind of cleaner sound. And let's make sure the filter is low. And it sounds like this. Okay, so nothing too special or exciting, and but I'm going to show you when you layer all these sounds together, it sounds really cool. And then we had this here, and this is just I cloned again the melody, and then I removed all of the samples except for a pluck I have here, and it just sounds much cleaner, and it just adds variation, and it sounds like this. I also have, so we have a pad, and for the pad I'm using Omnisphere, and I'm also using 2 sound fonts in the second version of the pad, but so we're using this Omnisphere sample, and it sounds like this. have a second version of this pad where I tried to make it a bit more interesting. So I added 2 sound fonts and I used 2 pad samples. And then on the piano roll for these sound fonts, to add a bit of swing dynamics, I had the pad, which is it's keyed in up here. And let me make this a little bigger. So you can see here, it slides up on the last beat here. And then here, I cut the end of the pad, and then I make it slide down. So first the pad slides up, and then it slides down. And I have another sample that's doing the same thing. So this sounds like this. And so that's just the version 2 of the dark pad. And now I also have this bass, which is a really simple bass line, and I'm just using Citrus, Cerebra Saw in Citrus, and I'm also using Vanguard, and I'm just making a simple bass sound that sounds like this. And we had that bass line. We had the lead I showed you. We had the pad. We had this noise sweep, which is being done with 3 oscillator. We have this sub effect that sounds like this. And then we have a different mid-bass version. And this is just using Citrus again. And let me show you the notes. So the notes duck down a bit, and then it pitches up here, and then over here it ducks down and then pitches back up a full octave, and so it sounds like this. And then we also have a snare roll, and this was just a score, a fruity score file. And I write all these, I custom write all kinds of different rolls and grooves and all types of different stuff that really helps me build out my beats. It's just a simple snare. And we had the kick, which is just a 4-on-4 kick. A really simple standard trance kick. And so now let me show you what's going on in the track. And so this is where it gets interesting. So we had the lead that kicks in here. And then we had the pad. We had the first variation of the pad, which is just a 1 omnisphere layer. And then those 2 sound fonts with the twisting comes in here. And what we're doing is we're increasing the tempo. We're slowly just increasing the tempo quicker and quicker, and it peaks here and then drops down, and then we stabilize the tempo. At the same time that the tempo is increasing, that one slider that's controlling all those all the filters on the leads is opening as the speed of the track is increasing. And so you can build, it's such a simple idea, and you could build so much tension by doing this. I'll be selling fruity score files in the future, so pay attention, subscribe, because they're going to be awesome files that I put a lot of time into, and I'm going to sell them for a really affordable price if you're interested. And I'm gonna try to do really helpful videos with FL Studio because I love it. I've been using it 14 years and I love the program. And so let me show you what this track sounds like, playing everything together. so we're still working on this track, and I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do with it. I was trying to copy an idea here, and just to show people, like this doesn't sound anything like Armin Van Buuren. I mean, he's such a talented producer. He's a genius at this stuff. But if I threw this together really quickly, and if I sat around for a few hours, really cleaning up the sounds and changing things around a bit, I could get a really decent sound, and I can change the melody. I can change so many different things. I didn't even add drums to this or anything. Um, but that's what this sounds like, and I hope this was helpful. I'll be doing more videos in the future, so please subscribe and like the video. Um, but that's about it. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.